well met, friend.
About a year ago, I reviewed a game called Worms Revolution. I'd obviously heard of the series, but it was actually my first time playing a Worms game. And I gotta tell you, it was love at first explosion.
Leave me alone.
So now this collection is out, what better time to get my hands dirty with even more Worms? From Worms the Revolution collection, it's Worms 2, Armageddon. So, if you're new to the series, listen, don't make the same mistakes I did. Get yourselves involved, because Worms is awesome. It's a 2D strategy game that pits 2 or more teams against each other, only the teams are worms, with rocket launchers. Your objective is to annihilate every fucking one of them. No skeletons, no mercy! Worms 2 was largely a continuation of the original HD game, a formula that would be slightly tweaked with the follow-up, Worms Revolution. So if you've played that one, this one's a little different. It doesn't have quite the same emphasis on physics, which was a major addition to Revolution. But the good news is, it's got 2D graphics, which I personally prefer. The game just looks more fun and whimsical with this style. And I actually think it matches the tone better, too. I mean, it's a game about worms blowing each other up, like a Looney Tunes short. This game belongs in 2D. So what did Worms 2 add to the formula? Well, for starters, fire. It spreads through this game like... Whoa. Oh man. Reality meets cliché. So obviously there's a constant threat of things bursting into flames. Blow something up next to something flammable, drop a bomb on the oil drum, catches fire. And that means any worms nearby, even worms unaffected by the explosion, might get burned anyway. I suppose there's probably an analogy there about, you know, even if you didn't actually do anything wrong, just standing idly by sort of negates your innocence, you know, something cliche like that. But I don't want to use that cliche. The bar's been set too high by the fire. All other cliches are now just kind of shot. What? Oh, holy crap, it's happening again! So what else was new to Worms 2? Well, the biggest thing's probably content, and there's a freaking ton of it. Worms 2 adds way more stuff to the mix, from customizable outfits, to victory animations, to tombstones for your dead worms. This is like an Armageddon of content for Worms fans, and it's facilitated by a new currency system. So you earn money in the game, which you can spend to unlock some of the additional stuff, including the Holy Hand Grenade. Consult the Book of Armaments for instructions. Chapter 2, verses 9 to 21. The great thing about Worms 2, as included in the Revolution collection, is that it comes with the DLC included. So you're getting the Puzzle Pack, the Forts Pack, the Retro Pack, and Time Attack modes, all available from the start, which is awesome. It adds even more content to a game that was already pretty packed with stuff to do. I especially love the Retro Pack. Its first level is an Armageddon parody, which shows the humor that also defines Worms. If there are minuses, it's similar to the first HD game. The music isn't all that great. It's not as much fun if you're playing alone, even though it's still fun if you're playing alone. So obviously the pluses are far greater in number. It's an incredible multiplayer game. It looks awesome in 2D. The fire effects are worth noting in particular. And in the Revolution collection, it's got the DLC. Oh, and a whole nother Worms game. Not a bad deal. If you've never gone to battle with the worms, this is a great place to start. It's Worms 2 Armageddon, as included in Worms, the Revolution collection.